Naomi confronts Jimmy over family allegiances. What happened will leave you speechless. The tension in the Anoa'i family has reached a boiling point. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. After months of brewing conflict, lies, betrayals, and shifting loyalties, Naomi can no longer stay silent. In a moment that fans never expected to see, Naomi has confronted her husband, Jimmy Uso, not as a wife, but as a woman fed up with being caught in the middle of a family war that's tearing everything apart. This is not just about the bloodline anymore, this is personal. Stay with us as we break down the jaw-dropping, emotionally explosive confrontation between Naomi and Jimmy Uso that has sent shockwaves through WWE and beyond. Backstage footage from WWE SmackDown, earlier that night. It all began backstage, just minutes after Jimmy Uso was seen having a secret conversation with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. A conversation that, unbeknownst to Jimmy, Naomi had overheard from the shadows. Cut to a flashback. Naomi is seen behind a curtain, listening as Heyman says. Paul Heyman. Jimmy, when the time comes, you choose Bloodline over everything. Even Naomi. Solo Sikoa. We ride together. No outsiders. No distractions. Jimmy Uso, hesitant, I got you. But Naomi, she ain't just anyone. Paul Heyman. If she ain't Bloodline, she's in the way. Naomi had heard enough. Her heart shattered, and just like that, everything changed. Naomi walks into the locker room, the confrontation begins. Locker room. Jimmy Uso sitting on a bench lacing his boots. Naomi bursts in. Naomi, furious. Don't even try to play dumb, Jimmy. I heard everything. Jimmy Uso, startled. Babe. Wait, hold up. What are you talking about? Naomi, teary-eyed but strong. Paul Heyman. Solo. That little meeting you just had. You were gonna choose them over me. Over your own wife. Jimmy, sighs, stands up slowly. It's not what you think. This bloodline stuff, it's complicated, Naomi. You wouldn't understand. Naomi cutting him off. Then make me understand. 'Cause right now, I'm looking at a man I don't even recognize anymore. Is this what we are now? A family that breaks their own to protect a throne that ain't even real anymore. Naomi's voice shook not from weakness, but from years of bottled pain. She had supported Jimmy through everything. His injuries, his battles with his brother Jay, the manipulation of Roman Reigns, the blind loyalty to the family. But now, the cost was her. Raw emotion. The core of the problem. Naomi, stepping closer. I gave up so much for you. For this family. I stood by while Roman twisted your mind, while you lost Jay to all this chaos. I stayed quiet while you followed orders like a soldier instead of standing up for what's right. But now, you're willing to turn your back on me. Jimmy, lowering his head. I didn't say that. You know I love you, am I? But they need me. Solo needs me. We're falling apart and I'm trying to keep the family together. Naomi, shaking her head. By sacrificing your real family. Jimmy, you need to open your eyes. This isn't unity, it's control. And you're too deep to even see it. The emotion in the room was suffocating. Naomi, a woman who had always balanced grace with grit, was now at war with the man she once called her rock. Flashback montage. Their history. Jimmy and Naomi's WWE journey. Dancing backstage, celebrating title wins, traveling, embracing in the ring. Once the golden couple of WWE, Naomi and Jimmy's love story had inspired millions. From WrestleMania moments to real-life marriage milestones, they had weathered many storms together. But the storm brewing now wasn't from outside forces, it was from within. Naomi gives an ultimatum. Naomi, firm. So I'm gonna ask you once, and only once, are you with me, or are you with them? Jimmy, silent, conflicted. Naomi, don't make me choose like that. Naomi, voice breaking. I'm not making you choose. They are. And if you can't see that, then maybe you've already made your decision. She turns to walk away, but Jimmy grabs her hand. Jimmy, desperate. Wait. Don't walk out, please. I'm trying to figure this out. Naomi pulls hand away. You had time. I gave you time. Now I need to take care of me. Paul Heyman reacts backstage. Paul Heyman watching everything unfold from a monitor, Solo beside him. Paul Heyman. This is unfortunate. but necessary. She's a threat to the structure. If Jimmy can't handle it, we will. Solo Sikoa coldly. Handle it? How? Heyman. However we need to. The bloodline doesn't tolerate emotion. Especially when it interferes with loyalty. Naomi had just crossed a line. One that could have serious consequences. Jimmy is torn. Jimmy alone in the locker room, head in hands, replaying Naomi's words in his mind. Jimmy, to himself. How did it come to this? She was always the one thing that made sense. Flashbacks of happier times fade into silence. For the first time in a long time, Jimmy Uso was lost. Caught between the woman who loved him, and the family that demanded his allegiance, even at the cost of his soul. Naomi sits for interview, breaks her silence. Naomi sitting in a dimly lit interview set, face vulnerable but strong. Naomi, I didn't want it to get this far. But I couldn't be silent anymore. People see the glitz and the smiles, but they don't see the war we fight behind the curtain. Jimmy is a good man, but he's being poisoned by a legacy that doesn't care about love, or peace, or truth. They want power, and I won't be a pawn in that game. Interviewer, do you think Jimmy will choose you? Naomi, long pause. I hope so, but I won't beg. Backstage altercation. Naomi confronts Solo Sikoa. Solo standing in the hallway. Naomi walks straight up to him. Naomi, fierce. If you ever come near me again with your threats, you'll find out just how strong I really am. Solo, smirking. You already made yourself a target. Don't act surprised when you get treated like one. Naomi, stepping closer. You think I'm scared of you. I've been fighting all my life. You and your little bloodline empire. It's crumbling, and I'll be there to watch it fall. Triple H intervenes. Triple H steps between Naomi and Solo. Triple H, that's enough. Naomi, I admire your fire. But if you keep this up, you're going to start a war WWE isn't ready for. Naomi, then maybe it's time the war started. Naomi had drawn her line in the sand. And nothing, not even the threats from the most dangerous family in wrestling, was going to stop her from protecting her truth. Social media explodes. Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok clips flying across the screen. Fans rallied behind Naomi in a storm of support. Hashtag stand with Naomi. Hashtag bloodline drama. Hashtag Jimmy choose wisely. Trended for hours. Superstars like Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and even Jey Uso posted cryptic reactions online. Bianca Belair, when a queen finds her voice, watch out. Crown fire. Jey Uso, sometimes loyalty becomes a cage. I know that better than anyone. Jimmy makes a decision. Or does he? SmackDown ends with Jimmy walking down the hallway, Naomi going in the opposite direction. They pass each other. Jimmy hesitates, but says nothing. Jimmy Uso had the chance to stop her. To call out, to say, come back. But he didn't, and Naomi didn't look back. For now, that chapter had ended. But the book, oh, it's far from finished. This is more than a storyline. This is love, betrayal, and identity clashing in the heart of WWE's most powerful dynasty. Naomi has taken a stand. Jimmy must now face the mirror. And the bloodline. They're learning that no empire stands forever, especially when it's built on broken promises. Will Jimmy choose Naomi before it's too late? Or has he lost her, forever? Stay tuned, because this war has only just begun.